So we're back, we've reset, and as you can see, we have different hardware. This is from Versatop Support Systems. It's a paradigm shift in pipe and drape and how it's set up, how it's taken down. I can already see that it's going to be a huge time saver, a liability saver. But Vince, let's talk about just the basic stuff before we get into the more detailed. Uprights, crossbars, tell me about it.
Sure. Well, we've removed the hook and slot, so we don't ever have to speak of it again. And that is the bane of everybody's existence.
Absolutely.
We saw the damage that occurred. We saw that it's a more difficult setup and takedown.
Well, and it damages drape, and those are $600 a pop.
Oh yeah, because they're fire retardant treated, and they're expensive. They're not easy to fix either. So basically, we have gone with a ball and socket. So we have a ball that is in a cap that replaces the hook.
Right.
And this replaces the existing hardware in your current inventory.
So I don't have to replace pipe, I just need to get the hook off.
Yeah, you just drill out the rivet that holds the hook in, pop the hook out, and then tap the new ball cap in and rivet that in.
Right.
And it's that simple. So you're not buying new hardware, you're just upgrading your hardware.
Right.
And that's where we get the plan where it's Pipe and Drape 2.0.
Perfect.
Same with your upright. You could remove the damaged area if you want, and then tap in the crown, is what we call the top piece, and rivet that in. And now you have a brand new piece of pipe, basically.
Perfect. Now let's see it work together. Let's mate it.
Sure. Basically, the ball is engineered to fit exactly into this socket, and the socket has certain engineering aspects to it that allows it to be very, very flexible but strong and safe.
Right.
The biggest thing is the setup time. As you remember, you had to align that slot and the hook up perfectly, and you're 14 feet away. You got 35 pounds. Here, as long as you can get that crossbar on the top into this bevel groove of one of the sockets.
Okay.
You can just draw it back and it drops right in.
And it's locked.
And it's locked.
And you can see this is locked. That's not going anywhere. And the range of motion, talk to me about range of motion. That looks incredible.
Yeah, typically on one of the old system, you would have about 50 degrees downward and about 10 degrees upwards.
And that's when it starts breaking.
Yeah, and that's when you start getting the can opener effect. Well, that comes to play when you're putting it up and tearing it down, because you always exceed those.
Right.
Here we've got about 45 degrees down before it starts to bind.
Right.
And then 110 degrees up. So we don't ever have to worry about a damage occurring, because upwards we're free motion.
Right.
Downwards we start to bind at 45 degrees, but it gives. And it's engineered to let go if you accidentally drop it or if you're tearing it down, and it'll pop right out of the socket.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
And so there's no more, when you're trying to get the other cross piece up, there's no more of this trying to get this angle so that you can then
No, that's one of the great things about this, is because you have this range of motion side to side, up and down, that as long as you can get that ball in the socket, you can come in from any angle you want. You can come in from this direction.
No.
Right? You can come in from this side, and you're locked in.
Right.
And once it's resting into the cup of the socket, it's in. It will not let go.
Right.
You have to want it to come out, basically.
No more standing on chairs, shimmying a pipe, shimmying a pipe.
You could literally take one down, extend it up all the way, and then lift it up onto your upright.
Great. So what we're going to do next is we're going to go into more of the different arrangements that Versatop offers, but we've seen the basic system, which is worth the price of admission right there. No more damage, no more cuts. Injected mold?
Yes.
Okay, so high quality. Right, let's talk more about the other attachments.